What's up, guys? So got another one here for you. Kind of interesting, something I wouldn't usually buy, and I kind of didn't buy it. Kind of took it on a loan, or was my friend sold it for my friend, and this is why I have it. Let me show it to you. So this is a 2010 Ford Expedition. Why do I have this? Well, I was asked to help sell it for my friend. So we'll take it for a ride, see how many miles are on it, see how it drives, and go from there. All right, so this is let me clear this. Ford Expedition with 191,711 miles on it. As you can see, the interior is pretty nice. Seats 8. Does have a cracked windshield. Cracked right there, cracked up here, here. I don't know what it's about Utah, but man, you can sure crack a windshield over there. Let's take this thing for a drive, see how it is. Now, you won't see a whole lot of Fords on my channel. Had a lot of bad experiences with them. Not saying I won't ever buy one, but I try to stay away from them as much as I can, only based upon the vehicles I've had before. Just always had problems with them. So, but this thing runs and drives nice, and if I wanted to, I could buy it really cheap. So it does have the airbag light on because it was in an accident before. That's why I could get it cheap. This is 4-wheel drive, but it runs, drives, shifts really nice. Now I have this up for sale for $3,450, which is really cheap. And but I'll let you know why that is. Now, like, I've had issues with Fords in the past, just like this one. It makes a random weird noise. I don't know if that's what it's supposed to do, but it sounds like sucking air. And yeah, I don't know why it would make that noise, but this one does. What else? The heat control unit, the vents, when you go to start this, it makes a clicking noise, sometimes for 2 seconds, sometimes for 5 seconds, sometimes for 10 seconds, you know. Just kind of weird quirks. Now, if you were to fix that, pay someone to fix it, it's going to cost you a lot of money when it comes to labor, diagnosing, and so on. So, yeah, all vehicles have that. Even my Tundra right now has an issue with the heating and air knobs on it. But I just seem like every time I get into any Ford, there's always some electrical problem, braking problem, engine problem, transmission problem. And like I said, a lot of vehicles have those issues anyways, but there's usually a pretty good reason why someone's selling something. But as you can see, this thing's drives smooth, really nice. I think for the price, it's more than fair. And the reason it's that price is because it has a rebuilt title. Now, I usually stay away from anything that has a rebuilt title. But this was such a good deal. And it runs good, and drives good, and shifts good, and it's smooth, it's comfortable. I actually thought, well, you know what? I might keep this for myself, throw some beefier tires on it, and run it during the winter. And my buddy, he said he'd sell it to me for a lot cheaper. So I do have it for $34.50 for sale, and that's a good price even the way it is. Heck, you can keep this thing, drive it throughout the year, the winter, and then you can end up, during tax time, turn around and selling it, pretty much driving a free vehicle the whole time. And I thought about that, and I may still do that. But the thing is, I have vehicles right now anyway. So would I buy it? Yeah. If I needed a vehicle, I would. And that's why I ended up taking this and saying I'd try to sell it for them with a rebuilt title. So I do make exceptions for Fords. I do make exceptions for certain vehicles. And I do make exceptions for something with a rebuilt title. This is the first one I've taken on. And I think that's the only reason I'm having trouble selling it. But it stays cool, runs good. And you'll see these vehicles go for a long time, and a lot of times these are family mover vehicles, so it isn't like they're getting beat on, too bad. But and mostly everything works as well. I had to recharge the air conditioner, and which cost me like $20, but other than that, I really have no complaints. But I'll show you some stuff on the outside that makes it a little bit harder to sell. And also the four-wheel drive works and everything too. So we'll get this thing back to the house and I'll go over that. Why it's cheap. We know it's got a rebuilt title. It's still a good deal. But why it's being a little bit harder to sell. And it's not just the cracked windshield. Also, you notice on this, like I said, it shifts good. Smooth, just really cruises really good. I like it. I really like it. I know I'm bashing on Ford a lot, rebuilt titles, but man, it really, really drives good. And this has the 5.4 liter V8 engine. So. Also, it gets better fuel economy than my Toyota Tundra, which is weird because this is a big old square box. Oh, you hear that clicking? Hear that random clicking noise? Once again, I start saying something good about the thing and then a random clicking noise. Why would it start doing that? That's one thing I hate about Fords. And it's just, I know probably someone's going to be mad about it out there. This is my experience, and if you've bought a lot of these, not just one single one that you've had good luck with, you'll notice they just have some weird quirks. And there's other brands that have some weird quirks too. And there's other vehicles that I stay away from, like the newer Nissans with CVT transmissions. I don't know if it's the new ones that have changed, but I think it's like 2007 to 2021 or 2, or ever since I can remember, they were horrible, trash cars, throwaway cars. Transmission blows in them, they're done. So there's other vehicles that I stay away from. So it's not just a Ford thing, and it isn't like when I complain about them, like, oh, this is how I was brought up. I'm a Chevy guy. I'm a this guy. I'm a that guy. No, this is just my experience, and it's just weird. I don't get it, but it drives straight and smooth. And so far so good. Well, unfortunately it's starting to rain, but we got back in the Expedition, and let me show you why it's cheap and probably why it's still hard to sell. So right here, I did try to stitch this up. This stuff is thick and hard, but that's where the airbag blew out, why it has a rebuilt title. The steps are stuck down, but that really doesn't matter too much. The interior is nice. That does work. And you have that third row, and that's not negatives on it. The rear tires still got a little bit of tread, but the front tires are wearing down thin. Now, people will see that and they go, okay, well, that's going to cost me another $1,000 to $1,500. It does have some dings and dents. I was going to try to pop that out. I reached down there, but it was a little harder. So I need to take a little bit more time on that. It does have some scratches all down the side and some dents and some dings. But all in all, I mean, you think about that for $3,450, runs, drives, shifts good, four-wheel drive works. I don't really think that's an unfair price to ask. And so that's the 2010 Ford Expedition. We'll see if it sells. It should sell. I mean, if I would buy it, I would think somebody else would buy it. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, God bless. Oh yeah, by the way, it's already been up for sale for like 2 weeks.